new deck, and our view, it's huge. The deck used to be very, very small, and it used to come to here, and this was it. And now it's huge, and come, there's stairs. Oh, down here.
Mom, you do realize that at this point I could sneak out of my window at night.
Oh my gosh, truly. Okay, you wanna see?
Right.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday, June 8th, 2023. I hope I'll be back on camera next week. My face is finally starting to get better, so hopefully soon. And I wanted to bring some maybe less heavy content today because, oh my goodness, have I been lost in the darkness of what's been revealed in the past week. So let's talk about Kody Brown's ridiculousness and how he is having a temper tantrum about Christine living with a man that she's marrying and having her daughter live with this stranger in a home, and they're not married. I literally LOL'd so freaking hard because I kept thinking about how Kody moved his daughter to St. George to live with a stranger who he was not married to at the exact same age. So it was okay for him to send McKelty to St. George to live with Robin when she was 12 to help raise Robin's kids. And Robin was a virtual stranger to McKelty, by the way. But it's not okay for Christine to move in with her fiance and then have her daughter live there too. This coming from a man who has not fought for custody, has not, as far as I can tell, been sued for child support or has sued for child support, hasn't sued for anything really. It's so ironic to me. So, and Christine's new house is getting a deck. So, and Christine also quit LuLaRoe. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about, and I do apologize if this is sort of we've been lost in the Duggars and we need to get back into the sister wives. So let's dive into today's topic. Before we do, can you please do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, please subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Make sure to click on the bell so you get notified anytime I go live and new content loads, and make sure to leave a comment if you have something to say. So one of the things that I have thought a lot about with the sister wives that was revealed in this docuseries, and honestly, it's something that we've talked a lot about on this channel. So I guess like it's in the docuseries, but it's also a prevalent part of what we discuss on this channel, is TLC's role in giving platforms to people that are part of these very extremist groups, and then sanitizing what it is that they're involved in, not showing viewers who these people actually are, only showing them like this very vanilla version of who they want us to see, and then having the wool pulled over your eyes because you think it's one thing and it becomes another. And you know, I think most people that follow this channel know that like they were totally conned by the Duggars. If you were a fan, I was never a fan, and I was never conned by the Duggars, by the way. But some people believed everything that the Duggars said. And with Sister Wives, it's the same thing. I've never believed the Sister Wives. I've always believed the show was lying since like day one. It never, ever made sense to me. I've always been on the side that this practice under this faith is harmful. But with Kody and the women, they were able to like create this facade, right? And now that facade has cracked. And we've seen that Kody is a raging narcissist, and that he has become vindictive, and he likes to play games, and he shifts blame, and he won't take accountability, and he shows up for some kids and not for others, and he played favorites, right? And Savannah graduated from high school, by the way, and oh my goodness, you guys, she looked beautiful. And at her graduation, there was a couple photos shared, and there was one photo of her with Janelle, and she actually had this smile on her face, and you could tell, like, I love my mommy. And then there was a photo with Kody, and it was like, hi, I'm standing next to a stranger. And I kept thinking about how on the last season, Savannah kept saying that she doesn't really notice a difference when her dad's not around. And I was like, that's true, because like he and Janelle's relationship was so estranged. And I think it was obvious for most fans that they had nothing more than platonicness going on. Even if they said it was more than that, it was so obvious, at least to me, that there was nothing going on in that relationship. And so if Savannah says that when her dad comes over, it feels more like a visit. So I sometimes think of like, is he just like the fun uncle or the angry uncle or the angry drunk uncle? Angry drunk Uncle Kody. Is that what we should call him? I don't even know if he's a drunk though. Angry drunk Uncle Kody. Because he's not happy about whatever. So a couple weeks ago, The Sun ran this article about how Kody was not happy about the fact that Christine had moved into a house with David and that his daughter truly was living there. So the article by The Sun was posted on May 28th. And then a similar article was posted by In Touch yesterday. Very same article. I don't know if they have the same source or not, but apparently he thinks it's inappropriate for his daughter to live with Christine and the fiance. This coming from a man that had 4 wives, that and the wives, if you could see me in air quotes, you would see the air quotes, because he only had 1 legal wife and then he had 3 concubines. He never was legally married to Christine. He stayed at her house sometimes. He was basically less than a David at this point. And he, again, like I said in the beginning of this episode, that he moved McKelty down to stay with Robin. This is a man that brought Robin into a marriage and just brought her in. And like, she moved her kids here to stay with him, mind you. And he's not the most stable, appropriate man. The levels of hypocrisy here are crazy and are wild to me, because honestly, Kody is the kind of guy that I would be more worried about than David. And listen, I don't know David yet. We haven't seen him yet on the show. But from what I've seen so far of David, he looks like he's a lot better of a guy, and Christine looks a lot happier. And I just tend to go off the gauge of like how someone's looking. And before with Christine, everything seemed kind of fake and phony. And I get this genuine sense that she's actually happy now. This is what the insider told The Sun on the 28th of May. It has been brought up several times by Kody that he doesn't think it's appropriate for his daughter to be living in an unwed household. Oh my God. An unwed household. Kody, you weren't married to Christine. You weren't married to Janelle. There was a period you were living with Robin that you weren't married. You did a religious ceremony and acted like you were married, which wasn't legally married, so you weren't married. I mean, if that's the case, I'm married to Harry Styles because I had a dream I was. And I'm also married to Justin Timberlake. Anyways, they said there have been conversation about how he's uncomfortable with that fact alone, that Christine and her fiance are living together and not married. Kody is one to judge. This is the man that, like, literally not on top of all of that, but is like, he used his wives for their money. He left them without food. The women had to use food stamps. One of his wives almost left him because they didn't have any money. It's kind of disgusting. So apparently the source said that given the fact that she's from this polygamous world, the tendency is that she will be getting married quickly and that they're planning for a wedding in the summer. But this actually makes it seem like David's a decent guy because he hates Kody. And I'm like, dude, anyone that hates Kody is a friend of mine. They said that there's like some sort of war brewing between David and Kody. And it says, David can't stand Kody. He doesn't appreciate the way that Kody treated Christine, and he thinks he treated her terribly. David is really chivalrous to Christine and truly treats her like a queen. He wines and dines her, takes her to nice restaurants. He brings her on trips like Universal Studios and Disneyland because that's where she's always wanted desperately to go for family time, but Kody never wanted to go. All of these things they are doing are things that she always wanted Kody to go and do, and he never made time for. So she's kind of reliving all the years of her failed marriage through David. I hope that while they're making up for lost time on that kind of stuff, I hope that they can establish like their own like relationships, and that she doesn't feel like just because she missed out on things that David has to be the one to fix things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice of David to try to give her that, but I hope that he doesn't become someone that feels like he has to fix everything. It's nice that a man would want to do those things for her, though. They also claim that a lot of the posts that they make are like them throwing shade at Kody. Kody is also bothered by seeing photos of Truly with David. So it says Kody's seeing photos of his daughter with David is really bothersome to him. It's triggering. Truly is a daddy's girl and always was. The whole situation with Kody is heartbreaking. I'm really concerned here because I don't recall Truly being a daddy's girl at all. I recall him getting married to Robin while she was a baby, and that and then I felt like Truly was the baby that was forgotten about, because Robin then had Solomon, and then he got his boy, and he was just like, bye. I don't know that Truly was ever a daddy's girl. And I think what you're hearing from Kody is that his ego is bruised, that Truly is bonding with a man that's not him, and that Truly is getting from David what he could never provide. So for him, it's like an ego thing. So he'll put it on Christine and say, it's your fault, and he's creepy, and it's inappropriate for him to be with her. And then on the flip side, say it's inappropriate for them to be living with her, because in Kody's mind, it's that David makes him look like a bad dad. That's my opinion. Anyways, I will tell you why I don't think Kody actually cares about Truly. Because if Kody cared about Truly, he would fight for custody. He would file something in court. He would demand equitable time. He would do what he needed to do to actually have a custody plan in place within the courts. And he would actually have the courts go through and I'll do all of the child support. But Kody's not going to do any of that because he only cares when it's convenient to him. There's other people that leave polygamy and they actually fight for their kids and they file cases. Christine could file a case against Kody at any time, whether it be for child support or just to make sure that the custody is in place and that she knows that she will not have to worry about Kody coming to try to take Truly. When things are very open without any sort of formal contracts, it can be kind of scary for the parent that has the child to have no protection. I also don't know if Kody's even on the birth certificate for Truly, so that's another issue. So Kody is angry about David. Now the interesting thing is that apparently that article did not get enough attention, and so again, In Touch runs an article and they say that they have an exclusive, and they say Kody isn't happy about his daughter moving in with a strange man. It's essentially just about control. Kody will find anything to pick about because he no longer has control over Christine. This one is more accurate, I will say. I think it is about control. This is Kody's way now of trying to control Christine now with the excuse of his daughter, which he wasn't and hasn't been very present for in the first place. So it seems like there's someone that spoke to the son that's on Kody's side, and now this could be someone on Christine's side talking to In Touch. I don't know. But he hasn't been very present in Truly's life. So it's sort of competing narratives. And I guess you can decide who you want to believe. I wish we lived in a space where parents could just say how they feel and not run to the tabloids. And again, we don't know if it's Kody going to the tabloids or not, but I do know enough about PR, and I know enough about how celebrities or D-list celebrities or reality series people live and how they can give statements and say that it's an anonymous insider because they don't want to go on the record. So another thing that's happened in the last couple weeks is that Christine quit her job with LuLaRoe. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, LuLaRoe is sinking and been sinking fast. Her exiting LuLaRoe, she says, is because she doesn't have enough time and she feels like she's been spread too thin and that she needs more time for other things in her life, like baking and being a newlywed. So Christine is getting rid of one of her revenue streams. And she was pretty high up in LuLaRoe, so this is amazing to me because she's leaving that entire downline and she's moving over to Plexus. And I'm assuming that because her Plexus is going so well, she can do it without feeling like she's losing any income. I don't know. But she was directing people to her daughter, McKelty, not to Mary. So then some people were assuming that she was throwing shade at Mary because she was telling people to buy from McKelty. But I really don't think that's the case. I just don't think that she likes Mary. Meanwhile, Mary's over on her Instagram and she's all like, you know, doing her air quotes about moving on, being sad. She went traveling. She's doing her worthy up stuff. Nothing really new with Mary. Janelle's had most of the family back home. So here's the thing, is Savannah posted, fans are worried that Christine snubbed Savannah for her graduation party. So Savannah posted a bunch of photographs and she didn't include any with Christine. And so fans have already like come to speculate that Christine was not there. And so now they're speculating that Janelle and Christine hate each other. I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to like figure out what's going on, and it's hard to gauge if someone's at something based on photographs posted on social media, because a lot of times photographs are deceptive because you only get to see what they post. You don't see the people that weren't in the photos. And as we've known in the past, making assumptions about who's there and who's not there based on photos isn't always accurate. So I don't know if Christine went to Savannah's graduation. They did the party in Utah. So there's that. So Savannah graduated. Christine got a deck, quit LuLaRoe, is doing just Plexus, wants to bake and cook more. Kody is spitting mad and angry about how it's inappropriate for Truly to live with David. David hates Kody, which is great. I love that. And on the flip side, the other narrative is that Kody's only mad about this because he's trying to control Christine, and because he doesn't have control anymore, that's why he's mad that she's living in this house with David and Truly. Truly and David will probably have a better relationship than Truly had ever with her dad. So Kody can like kick rocks as far as I'm concerned when it comes to his like relationships, and he can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned, because Kody, unless you file documents in court and you actually prove to me that you're paying child support and you want custody of your child, I don't care what you say. That's just my opinion. Tell me what yours are in the comments below. Bye guys.